Hi guys, welcome back. And today's Thursday, April 2nd. I hope you had a good April Fool's Day yesterday and you didn't cause too much trouble. So today we're going to have a short read aloud. And then tomorrow we'll finish the Amelia Bedelia book, okay? I'm going to start with chapter 10. Cheaper by the half dozen. When Amelia Bedelia walked into Pete's diner, people turned to look at her. I'm embarrassed, she thought. I hope they weren't here when I stepped on that piece of pie. Then she heard whispering. That's her. Her? Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. It's that little lemonade lady. Amelia Bedelia began to blush. She was so happy to finally see Doris. Doris gave her a huge hug. Hi, Amelia Bedelia, she said. We saw you on TV. You're a big star now. Amelia Bedelia was still blushing and had started to explain what had really happened when Pete came out of the kitchen. Look who's here, he said. Step on any pies lately? Or did you come back here to kick our coconut cake? Amelia Bedelia sat on a stool at the counter. I came to apologize, she said. You gave me my first job, but I didn't do a very good job at it. Pete took a plate of hot French fries from a passing waiter and set it down in front of her. Oh, yummy, said Amelia Bedelia. But I don't have enough money to... Relax, said Pete. It's on the house. Whose house? She asked. On your house? Never mind, he said. They're on the counter, and they're on me. I mean, they're free. Thanks, said Amelia Bedelia. She put her lunchbox next to the plate of fries and dug in. What's that for? Asked Pete. Did you bring your own lunch? No, said Amelia Bedelia. I have a present for you and Doris. She opened her lunchbox and took out her last 2 lemon tarts. Pete took one of the tarts and declared, Time for a coffee break. He poured 2 cups of coffee while Doris put the tarts on plates and got 2 forks. Wow, they look terrific, said Doris. They taste even better, said Pete. Do you really like them? Asked Amelia Bedelia. You bake such delicious brownies. They're famous. Ha, said Pete. A great lemon tart takes a lot of skill. My brownies are a dime a dozen. A dime for a dozen? Said Amelia Bedelia. That's a good deal. She dug deep down in her pocket, pulled out a nickel, and put it on the counter. I'll take 6 brownies to go. Doris chuckled. Coming right up, hon, she said. You're a better businessman than Pete. Keep your money, Amelia Bedelia, said Pete. Just bring me 2 dozen of your lemon tarts every day. I'll pay you 50 cents apiece. Doris did the math quickly in her head. That's $12 a day, she said. Do you think you can do it? Amelia Bedelia thought it over for at least a second. Then she gave Doris a thumbs up and Pete her firmest handshake ever. You've got a deal. Amelia Bedelia headed for home. She felt great, and she had baking to do. She cut through the park, pedaling as fast as she could. She sped up when she saw the policeman. Then she flew past Diana and the dogs. The dogs began to bark and pulled at their leashes. Amelia Bedelia looked over her shoulder and waved at them. That was when she ran into Suzanne Croggan's, literally. Bam! Both girls were thrown off their bikes. Both bikes crashed to the ground. Amelia Bedelia rolled across the grass and came to a stop at the edge of the flower bed. Suzanne skidded down the sidewalk. Amelia Bedelia dusted herself off, then went to see if Suzanne was okay. "Are you all right?" asked Amelia Bedelia. "I guess so," said Suzanne. She pointed at Amelia Bedelia's elbow. "You're bleeding." Amelia Bedelia pointed at Suzanne's knee. "So are you." "Why did you run into me?" Suzanne demanded. "Are you trying to wreck my bike?" "What do you mean?" asked Amelia Bedelia. "It was an accident." Amelia Bedelia remembered that Doris had tucked a napkin into the box of brownies. "Here." She gave the napkin to Suzanne. "Wipe your knee." Suzanne looked in the box and said, "Ew, gross! What's that?" "They used to be 6 brownies from Pete's Diner," Amelia Bedelia said, laughing. "I must have landed on them when we crashed. They got smushed in one big chocolate pancake." Suzanne smiled. "That's a good thing. It looks like they broke your fall." Amelia Bedelia tore off a piece of the big brownie and ate it. "They still taste great. I'd love to have this pancake for breakfast. Here, try some, Suzanne." She gave her a piece. "Call me Susie," said Suzanne. "Wow, this is yummy." Suzanne said goodbye to Amelia Bedelia and got back on her bike. But when she tried to pedal away, the wheel made a scraping sound. "Uh-oh," said Amelia Bedelia. "No problem," said Suzanne. "The bike shop where we got it is right by the park entrance. Do you want to come with me and see if they can fix it?" Amelia Bedelia and Suzanne walked their bikes over to the bike shop. It was called the Spokespeople. While the owner of the shop, whose name was Marcus Smith, repaired the wheel, they wandered among the rows of bikes for sale. Above her, hanging from the ceiling, Amelia Bedelia saw a beautiful bike. It was just like Suzanne's, but it was red. "One day, that will be my bike," she vowed. "If either of you ladies want to get a new bike," Marcus said, "here is your chance." He tapped a poster on the wall behind him. It read, "Annual Downtown Celebration and Bike Parade. First prize, the bike of your dreams." "Listen to this," said Suzanne as she read the poster. "Decorate your bike for the parade. This year's theme is individuality. The winner can select the bike of her dreams from the spokespeople." Amelia Bedelia was excited, but wary. So far, science had given her nothing but problems. Maybe this poster would change her luck. She did have one question. What kind of decorations can we put on our bikes? Marcus shrugged. "Good question," he said. "Since the theme is individuality, I guess you can do whatever you want. If I were you, I'd use plenty of imagination and be as original as you can." He spun the wheels on Suzanne's bike, then they turned smoothly. "All done," said Marcus, "and it's on the house." "Whose house?" said Amelia Bedelia. "Your house or Pete's house?" "Huh?" Marcus asked. "Thanks," yelled Suzanne as she and Amelia Bedelia rode off together. "Good luck, ladies," called Marcus. Chapter 11. Dream Bike Nightmares. As she rode home, Amelia Bedelia got more and more excited about the contest. She told her mom and dad all about it. "When I win," she said, "I'll get a free bike, and you won't have to pay for half." "That's nice, honey," said her mom. "We'll add the money we would have given you to your college fund instead." "We're so proud of you. You're doing a great job trying to earn your half." In her excitement, Amelia Bedelia had forgotten all about baking tarts for Pete's. "Hey, I got a job, she announced. Pete liked my tarts so much that he wants me to bake 2 dozen a day. We'll sell them at the diner. He'll sell them at the diner. Congratulations, said her mom. Lots of people go to Pete's. Did you know that the mayor eats at the diner every day? If he likes your tarts, your business could be a big hit. The best advertising is by word of mouth. Mom's right, said Amelia Bedelia's father. You know, winning a contest is a long shot. Dad, I'm decorating a bike, said Amelia Bedelia, not playing basketball. Hey, said her dad, I have an idea. Why don't you decorate your bike like a giant lemon tart? You'll attract more customers and make more money. Then you can buy your bike. That's a sure thing. You sure that's sure? Said Amelia Bedelia. She turned to her mom. What do you think? That's a tough one, said her mother. I can see Dad's point of view, but I also see that you want to try and win the contest. Amelia Bedelia's mother smiled. That means there's only one way to settle this. Get ready, you two. She took a quarter out of her purse and flipped it high in the air. Tails! Shouted Amelia Bedelia. Heads! Shouted out Amelia Bedelia's dad. Heads it was. So Amelia Bedelia took her dad's advice. She worked on her bike right up to the morning of the parade. Both sides of the front wheel looked like giant lemon slices. Both sides of the back wheel looked like giant lemon tarts. On her back, Amelia Bedelia wore a sign that looked like a mouth-watering slice of tart. On the slice, she had written, "Try a bite." Next to the word bite, she had cut out a big toothy bite. It was a great white shark-sized bite. To top it all off, Amelia Bedelia constructed a papier-mâché lemon to cover her helmet. She had painted it yellow. It even had a stem and bright green leaves that fluttered in the breeze. If I were you, said her dad, I would take along some lemon tarts and hand them out to people as samples. That way you can peddle your tarts all over town. Her dad chuckled to himself. Amelia Bedelia guessed that he must have made some kind of joke about being on a bike and selling tarts. He didn't have time to figure it out, and from the way her mom was shaking her head and rolling her eyes, it surely wasn't worth understanding anyway. That wraps it up for today. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? See ya.